Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you've been well. Today is Saturday. We're gonna go on a quick Weekenderlander trip, kind of. It's not gonna be anything too exciting, but I will make a video and I'm gonna be focusing on gear kind of this video. So kind of just the gear I use. I get questions all the time, what's this, what's that, what do you use for this? And so it'll be an adventure video and I'm gonna show some gear and I'm gonna try and get a Milky Way photo. But the conditions aren't great, so I probably will fail. But that's kind of the goal of this trip, is to take a little Milky Way photo. But I might fail. But anyways, come along for the ride. Camping bin, sleeping bags, pillows, chairs, backpack.
Got a raindrop on the lens, babe.
So I made it to this camp spot. It wasn't difficult to get to at all. Any Subaru could get here really, but has a pretty view of this. That babe back there, but my friend Philip was out here a couple weeks back and took some really cool pictures. And it's very, I mean, I've done some fly fishing out here and it's very picturesque. And there's a few camp spots. So here it is. We're all set up. The worst thing at campsites is when pieces of trash leave pieces of trash, like all of this broken glass that Ashley's been picking up. So, A, don't leave that kind of trash. Don't break glass, because dogs or humans will cut themselves. And if you want to go above and beyond, pick it up. This is the iCamper X cover. Been using for a bit. Nice and spacious in there. What a view here. This is a new stove. I have the other little one that I really liked. This one, kind of nice because it can fit the butane and you can leave it in there. It's a little bigger. And then has kind of this windscreen, pseudo windscreen, and then kind of this windscreen. So hopefully it does a little bit better when it's, I got my drink of choice, cucumber sour crush. Gonna cook up some hot dogs and just kind of hang out. It is very overcast, clouds everywhere, so I think there won't be a ton of star photos tonight. This is the bag I always get asked about. It's an Ortlieb waterproof duffel. So it's got these kind of waterproof zippers, and it's called the Big Zip. I believe it's something like 120 liter. This Diamondback cover, front runner racks, max tracks, though the ground here is pretty level. This is my camping bin. I made a whole video on what's in here, though it kind of changes, cycles in and out. This is my old JBL Pulse speaker. This is just a cheapy, super light, super small cooler for just a quick overnight getaway where I'm not bringing much with me. This setup, maybe I should show it from the front, but something I bought. I'm guessing there will be a couple scenes with that perspective that you probably already saw or will see some of. So I got that kind of just to make a new kind of interesting vantage point. Here's my iPad. A lot of times I'll watch a movie when I'm out. I'll just download something to my iPad. This is a Premiere panel. This is an iPad, like a tablet case. So my iPad's in here, but this is actually bulletproof. Legitimately will stop a bullet. You know, your iPad will obviously get destroyed inside because they're soft panels, but bulletproof. It's my old patch. I am making a second version of this patch basically, so people asked about that a lot. Gone, never coming back. The next one will be a limited run also. I got this light. This is a cool light. This is a video light. So, you know, it's a light. Look at all that dog hair. But it's cool because it shows has a little LCD screen on the back that shows the color temperature that's adjustable with that toggle on the side. Battery life, what percentage, so it's kind of infinitely adjustable from 5% to 100%. And even at 5%, it's pretty bright. I put a little magnet on the back of it so that I could, let me see if I could do this one-handed. So this has little 1/4-inch holes to put, you know, use it. It's a video light really. But I put this little magnet on and now it can be a camp light. And I just thought it was cool because it's this like red anodized. I love when camera gear is all red anodized stuff. So anyways, a cool little video light that I'm gonna use also as a camping light, though it's not waterproof or anything. It is USB-C rechargeable. That's nice. I also bought this little arm guy. So again, kind of a camera video equipment thing, but it has this little ball head, and then you can clamp this, you know, on anything. I want to clamp it to this, I can. I want to clamp it to this, I can. So cool little clamp for video stuff mostly. Here's my cheap little camera backpack, covered in dog hair right now. Oh my gosh, this guy, the worst. So I brought this. This is my little Samyang cheap 14mm f2.8 wide angle, good for astrophotography. There's another maker of it, Rokinon. They're the same thing. Some other lens here. Got some batteries, some lenses. This is my Lumix G9. It's the main camera I've been filming and taking photos with for a long time. This is GoPro stuff. But what I'm filming with right now is a new camera. That's like one of the most hated cameras in the industry because everyone says it sucks, but it's been treating me all right. Let's see if we can see it in here. So it is the EOS RP. And that is what I'm filming and taking my latest photos with. All right, what say we cook up some hot dogs? This is something new. I always saw these and I always thought they were pretty goofy. This is like a one-piece sleeping bag. I'm gonna try it out though. So I'm in here. It's gonna make my appendix draw kind of slow, but let's see what we got. There's a threat. Unpracticed. Ooh, okay. Probably about a 3-second draw. Not the best.
Not the one I used to be. Got someone else infusing me. Say, is this one I give or I give up?
Okay, so here it is. I got one of these little kangaroo type pouches. I think I look pretty good, probably though. What do you guys think? So anyways, got this because the worst part about camping for me is getting out of bed in the morning, especially when it's cold out. So I'm gonna wear this to bed and get out and just kind of roam around, warm up, get camp started. Tonight, I don't think the clouds will clear up enough for me to take any astrophotography. But if so, I'm setting an alarm for like 2:30 a.m. I'm doing it in this. Just getting out, nice and warm, go right back in bed. Pretty goofy looking, but I always wanted to try one. They actually sent this out to me, FYI. But if you're interested in them, I'll link them. I'll link them.
Is this when I give or I gave up? It's like I know what to say, but something's getting in the way. This person that you so admire, now is stuck in such a bad attire. It's like I know what to say, but something's getting in the way. This person that you so admire, now is stuck in such a bad attire.
Good morning. This went well. This little onesie. Here's our view. So here he is limping. Still very guard doggy. Taking him to the vet on Tuesday, but it's his back left leg that he's basically sometimes not touching to the ground at all. Yeah, see, he's just kind of hopping around. So maybe a torn ACL or CCL, I guess it's called. CCL surgery. I've read a bunch of mixed things online. If you've ever had that surgery, maybe comment down below. Let me know. Let me know what's up with it, how it goes, give me some tips. So he's not wanting to run around a lot, so he's just hanging out in the car. In the car here, I use these little car hammock deals to try and contain most of his hair. Before I go to bed, I pretty much just put everything back in the bed of my truck and close it, which is nice because I'm not really worried about criminals coming and stealing, but it is nice knowing that everything I have is all locked up and contained. Sometimes I'll leave a bin out or whatever, but it's easy enough for me just to put everything back in there. Here's my favorite lights, kind of my workhorses. This is a Goal Zero. It's solar. You can charge it with, I believe, micro USB as well. And it pops out a little bit more than this. And then you can hang it. This thing comes undone so you can wrap it around whatever. And then it goes back. Nice and compact. Has a few modes. They actually have an RGB one out now, which has multiple colors. Then this guy, which is magnetic, which is nice, and has multiple brightness modes. So you can have both of them on at different brightness levels, and then you could have only one side on. And this will also charge your cell phone. This is how you charge it. Has legs that obviously stand up. Has a hook. You can hang it from stuff. And you know, like a little lanyard loop. And it's moderately durable. And this is my headlamp I use. This is the Olight HR1, I believe. HR1 Nova. I use the little bit warmer color temperature one because it's usually at nighttime and I don't really like the super blues, which is also what I like about these. They're a little warmer color temperature, probably about 3000 to 4000 K. And this has, you know, multiple modes. It's easy to use, has a nice wide light, and it also has a magnetic rechargeable tail. You can pull it out, and I actually have one over here. This is just what I use to light up my bed at night. Haven't installed anything in there. So anyways, kind of just like multi-use headlamp. Definitely my favorite headlamp right now. So when other pieces of trash leave cigarette butts, it's good to pick them up, but you don't want to touch them. So you just use your own pieces of trash to pick up other people's pieces of trash. Nice work. So usually for breakfast, I'll just put kind of this omelet type mix into a bag, add a little extra cheese, sometimes some sauce, and just bring that with. You can buy these just kind of pre-made at the grocery store too. That's actually what this one is. I just added some stuff to it. So usually I'll add like a little more sausage or some bacon or something to it. And then it's just easy in a bag. And then your bag you can use to pick up other trash, or you can just throw it in your trash. This is the little spatula I usually use. I forget what it is. It's a GSI. Again, I'll link to all this stuff down below. But this one works all right. So for a battery this time, I'm using this Jackery 500 watt hour. It's just got a single plug here and DC USB stuff over here, and a little light. Rubberized parts. Anyway, primarily use this to run the heated blanket when we feel like using that. The form factor is nice because it lets it kind of fit into places, you know, that other larger ones wouldn't. So I've talked about it in videos before, but I love tailgates because you use it as a table, you use it to prep, use it to whatever. There's actually this thing that makes this flat called a mountain hatch or something. I haven't done it just because I don't feel like adding weight. But the nice thing is the Diamondback cover, in addition to keeping everything secure and safe and out of the elements, is a second shelf up here. So I'll put shoes, speakers, water, lantern, toothbrush, you know, whatever kind of stuff that you need an extra shelf for. Horizontal space is so nice when you're camping, just to have that extra layer of stuff that's up off the ground. And this is also, so it's under the tent, so it's kind of protected from the elements. So if you want to leave some stuff overnight here and it might rain, it'll be pretty okay there. And then I'm packing everything back up into my Plano. This is the heavy duty. This is the big one with the wheels. And then I have a whole video on how this is set up, but again, it kind of always evolves. This is my stove that fits right in here. This is like my hanging thing, but this is where I keep all my eating utensils and stuff in that. So it all kind of fits in here. This one I emptied out a lot, so I don't have much stuff in here anymore. So I have a tray stuff, some long leashes, food and whatnot. And then I just put my little onesie sleeping bag in there. Then we'll just kind of start loading it back up.
Shaping this destiny.
We are all packed up. Obviously, if you're new to this kind of stuff, don't leave trash. And really, I'd encourage you to pick up trash. So leave the area better than, there's a common expression, leave no trace. It's always good to pick up more. My friend Jason, Swell Runner, actually makes it a goal for him and his kids to each pick up 10 pieces of trash wherever they are. There wasn't actually, I mean, there was like 100 pieces of glass that Ashley picked up, but there wasn't that much trash here. A couple bottles, cigarette butts, but always try to leave the place better than you found it. So this was a nice little spot, and we'll say goodbye now.
Tonight we're giving, tonight we're hoping, tonight we're living, tonight we're going strong, and together we go high. Tonight we're laughing, tonight we're what heaven bleed will make it back to the sea. And I'm aiming for your heart. I believe I hold the chart. So I say 1, 2, 3, give me your love again, again, again. I know the wind is flame.
Hey guys, we're back now in my garage getting unpacked. Hope you enjoyed the ride. It's kind of random and jumbled, and I don't know how much footage I got, but I know I talked a bit about gear. But I do want to reinforce that one of the most common questions I get is, how do you have the money to do all this? And how do you have the time to do all this? So money, yes, I have a lot of gear. I get sent a lot of gear for free. I test a lot of gear for various companies, and this is kind of like my job. So yes, I have a lot of gear, and I have a lot of nice gear. That kind of goes without saying. However, you don't need all of this gear. Like I get a lot of joy out of gear, and I have a YouTube channel that kind of does gear reviews. So I show gear because it's kind of what I'm into, but you don't need all of this stuff. You just need a vehicle to get out there, and just a tent. You can use a ground tent just from Walmart or whatever for 20, 30 bucks. And that's all you need to get out and have a good time, honestly. Just pack up a couple Lunchables or get a Subway sandwich or whatever you want to do. You don't need to bring much, honestly. Just get out there and have a good time. And then once you're out, and if you're like, oh, this would really be nice, or it would really be nice if I had this, then just kind of slowly add to your thing. If it's a hobby that you enjoy, and if you have some money to throw at it, then go for it. All of this stuff makes it a little bit nicer, I would say, overall, but you definitely don't need all of it. And then the second question I get all the time is, how do you have all this time to go out and do all this stuff? So this trip that you just saw, I left late on a Saturday afternoon and came back early on a Sunday morning. Well, not early, like late Sunday morning. So it was a less than 24-hour period that I went out and did it. So that's what this whole series is, Weekenderlander, just to kind of show some adventures and some trips and some stuff you can do. Mostly just a single overnighter, occasionally a 2 or 3 nighter, but that's most of what I do. I have a full-time job. I take a lot of time off work for various this and that. I don't have time to take like 2 weeks off a year to go on a crazy trip. So I just try to make the most of my weekends. So it can all be done with A, not much money, and B, not much time. So I really encourage you to get out there, check out the world that we live in. If you feel like buying gear, I do link it all below. Some of those are affiliate links. Clicking them does help support the channel, so that's always cool. I sell some stuff, like this is multicam black hats that I just got back in stock on my website, LLOD.us. So I do sell some stuff to help support the ongoing gear reviews and videos and stuff I make here. So always appreciate that. In any case, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. Comment down below. Let me know what you liked about it. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see in the future. Always open to new ideas for that. Get subscribed to the channel if you're not already. And again, as always, I appreciate your time watching this video, and take care.